Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to you on this Wednesday morning. It is Wednesday, January 31st. I'm going to let that register again. It is Wednesday, January 31st, 2024. That means it is the last day of the first month of this new year. I cannot believe it. We have reached the last day of the first month of the year. But I want to say welcome to you. I want to welcome you to Purpose Journey Counseling LLC. Locked in. We are locked in for 2024. We are focused. We are on this path and we are just grateful for you. We're thankful that you are here. And again, it's Wednesday, January 31st, 2024. It is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But whether you're catching us at 7 a.m. live or you catch us later in the day, later in the week, later in the month, or even later in the year, we want to welcome you. Welcome you. My name is Dr. Natatu North, and I am the owner and therapist of Purpose Journey Counseling LLC, which is located in Cincinnati, Ohio. So again, it is 7 a.m. It's 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and at 7 a.m. we are live on Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm not going to stop doing that. And the YouTube link for this broadcast is posted on Instagram. So we do ask that you take just a few moments to like this broadcast, like our pages. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please follow us on your preferred social media platform and share. Let's share this and interact and engage in the comments section so that we can be reaching other people and connecting with others. So we do thank you for taking just a few moments to do that. I also want to share two numbers for you as resources. They could be personal or it could be for someone else. And either way, I look at that as being personal because we are supposed to take care of each other, make sure that we each other are good. So because of that, I want to make sure you have these two numbers. The first number is for the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. That number is 1-800-273-8255. Again, that's 1-800-273-8255. This number is 24/7. 24/7. So please make sure you have this number. The second number is for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, and that number is 988. Again, that's 988. This number is 24/7 as well. And you can text the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, 988. You can text that number 24/7. So these resources are available. I want to make sure, I'll put that back up there, that you have the number for the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, and then also for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Again, just make sure you have it. It's very personal. It's very personal because we want to make sure that we're able to have resources for ourselves if we ever need them. And then also we want to make sure we're taking care of each other and being able to provide those resources for each other when if ever needed. So I thank you all for taking just a moment to do that. So I can't believe we reached the last day of first month of this new year, but I am grateful. I'm grateful that we are here this morning. And in January, our theme has been self-care. So in January, we have been talking about different topics every Wednesday regarding self-care, focusing on self. Why? Because it's January. And what better time to say, you know what? I want to start this year off making sure that I'm taking care of myself, that I'm caring for myself in different ways, whether I'm knowing what my limits are, or, I'm being careful about setting boundaries, being able to tell people no, not overworking myself, understanding that self-care, it might seem selfish, it may feel selfish, but it's really not selfish. And that's just saying, if you can't convince yourself that self-care is not selfish, then just be selfish while you're caring for yourself. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. If you can't convince yourself that self-care is not selfish, then take a few moments to be selfish. Make sure that you're still engaging in self-care. You're taking care of yourself. So on Wednesdays, and I'm going to put this flyer back up just so you can see, we do our Wellness Wednesdays at 7 a.m. on Wednesday mornings. And so for our Wellness Wednesday, this last Wednesday of January, the last Wednesday that we'll be focusing on self-care, I want to talk to you all from the topic of I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. And this is a very powerful statement, very powerful 5 words when put together that kind of make you think about some things, that kind of have you in a position of saying, you know what, this is for me. This is for me. Now, yes, we know that the things we do impact the people around us. Absolutely. I'm a wife, I'm a mother. Let's just start there. So the things that I do impact my husband, they impact my kids, they impact my family, but they also impact me. And a lot of times when we get into those types of modes, for example, or you're someone's boss or you're someone's leader in some way, it seems like sometimes everything you do is geared around everyone else. Well, I have to do this for them. They need me for this. I'm this person to this person. They expect me to do this. And we find ourselves constantly in those situations. Now, I know some people don't live that type of a life, but a lot of us actually do. We're constantly concerned about other people. And the goal in life is, like we just talked about, even with those numbers, it's being concerned about other people, but understanding that the things that you are doing, the choices that you are making need to involve you. There's an element of life. There's an element of life that is missing from a lot of what we do as people, especially those of us who are constantly on the go, or constantly doing things on our list. People ask us to do this. People ask us to do that. There's a common factor. There's a missing element in a lot of these things. The missing element is you. Let that sit and sizzle in your spirit for a second. The missing element is you. Because a lot of times we're so selfless that we literally have nothing to do with anything. The stuff that we do, the things we say yes to, the commitments that we make have absolutely nothing to do with us ever. And it's okay to be selfless. It's okay to be selfless. We actually should be selfless and serve other people and loving God's people. That's what we're commissioned to do. However, it's okay to say, you know what? I'm going back to school. I know it's going to affect my children. I know it's going to be better for my family. It's going to help us to be able to get further along, do different things. But I'm doing this for me. It's okay to make those type of decisions. It's okay to say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and book me a little trip. Not necessarily because I know that you're going to be pleased with me being away, but I'm doing this, for me, because I need it, because it's important for me, because it's imperative for me. People, if we don't take care of ourselves, and I've said this before, there is no way we're able to take care of anyone else. If I'm no good to myself, then I'm definitely no good to anyone else. If I can't show myself love, then how can I show love to anyone else? How can I even love anyone else? How can I exude that love? How can I practice that love if I'm not even taking care of myself, if I'm not doing the things that I need to do for myself? Yes, it would be great to show my children that I can be healthy. I'm going to go work out, go to the gym, change my lifestyle to try to be healthier, because I want my kids to see it. I want to be able to be active and moving around and doing all these things for them. But can I also be doing it for me? Can I also look in the mirror and say, you know what? I need to do this. I need to be healthier. I need to make sure that my lifestyle is conducive to the type of life I want to live, that I want a life of longevity, that I want a life that's full of just excitement and me being able to move around and really just taking care of myself. Can't I do this for me? Is it okay to just do this for me? We've got to, that missing element, which is us. We've got to be just the me, you, me, you. You know, it's basically being able to make sure that we're not missing that element in life. We do it all the time. All the time. We're not thinking about it. And I know some people think, well, I know people who that's all they think about is them. You know what? And it all goes back to that B word, balance. You know, we need to be concerned about each other. But guess what? If I'm concerned about you, I really am concerned about me. Because again, like I said, I can't even be of any good use to you. I can't be a great mother and being concerned about the things that my children need if I'm not taking care of me. Why? If I don't sleep, or if I'm not, eating right, if I'm not doing these things, I'm really not able to do that, because I'm going to forget more things. There's going to be situations that I'm really not going to be able to attend to in the manner in which I need to, because I'm not doing this for me. I don't want to be just a good mother so that my children can say they had a good mother. I want to be a good mother so I can say I've been a good mother, and I've been able to be a good friend or a wife or a sister or a daughter, or whatever the case may be. I want to be able to say I've been these things. Even as a therapist, of course, my clients are on my mind more than even just in my sessions, but wanting to make sure that they get what they need out of the sessions. But I'm also doing it for me in the sense that I want to make sure that I'm fulfilling what I'm supposed to do, so that I can say, hey, I did that for me. I did that to ensure that I know that I can, at the end of the day, say, you know what? I put my all into this day. I did the best that I could do. I really do care about what's going on with other people. So I want to make sure that I'm fully present and all of these things. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. These messages on Wednesday are to help you, but I'm doing this for me in the sense of I need to ensure that whatever God has placed in my heart to do, that I'm doing it. I'm doing it for me, meaning I'm fulfilling the purposes and the callings that God has on my life because God told me to do it. So if I'm even doing it for me, I'm doing it for him too. So I want this sentence, this five words, to resonate in your spirits this morning, or whenever you're catching this. I'm doing this for me. And again, it's not about saying, oh, it's all about me. I don't care about anybody else. No, but we have to have something that's just ours, something that's for us, something that, and I'm really meaning some things that are for us, things that we know, like, you know what? I'm going to take care of me for me. Because if I'm no good for me, I'm no good for anybody else. I'm going to make sure that I'm fulfilling the things that I need to do for me, so that I can say, you know what? Look at what God is doing in my life. And I'm getting all these things done by his grace and his mercy. But because of that, I'm also then able to bless other people because I'm doing this for me. Self-care, y'all. That's been our topic for January. And I just want to leave you with this final Wellness Wednesday for 2024, January. We'll have next month too. But for January 2024, self-care, I'm doing this for me. Yes, people will be impacted. Yes, other people are going to benefit from the greatness that's in you. But if you don't do it for you, if you're not focused on you, if you're not caring about you, if you're not sometimes even having to advocate for yourself because no one else is going to advocate for you, if you don't do it, it won't get done for you. And it's going to limit actually your ability to be that person for someone else. You won't be able to be that person because there's going to be things that are missing first from you. So I'm doing this for me. I'm here with you this morning because I care about you. I'm concerned about you. And I'm also doing this for me because these messages actually could encourage me as well. And they're constant reminders for me that I need to be doing certain things as well. So I'm doing this for me. That is our Wellness Wednesday for this final Wednesday of January. So I thank you so much for tuning in. Just one big announcement that I'm really, really excited about. We have our first podcast of 2024. Hashtag from a Christian, hashtag from a therapist with Dr. Natatu, episode 17, Together Forever Together, will be on Sunday, February 4th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will have a special guest, which will be my husband, Lamar North, will be joining us. He's been on here before, and he will be joining us again on Sunday. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a heads up. January's theme was self-care. February's theme is going to be love. So we will actually be discussing marriage from the perspective. I'm going to go ahead and give the disclaimer now. I'll give it again on Sunday. From the perspective, a Christian perspective, a monogamous relationship perspective. So it's no shade on any other spiritual belief or lack thereof, none of that, or any other type of relationship. But that's the perspective we will be speaking from on Sunday evening. So please mark your calendars. It's going to be a great discussion, great dialogue. We'll be very open and candid in our discussion. We always, during our podcast, we have more time. So we allow people to ask questions and things of that nature during the time we have together. So please plan to join us. I'm really looking forward to Sunday evening. Marriage is a forbidden topic for a lot of people. And I think that it will be very helpful. I don't consider myself to be an expert in marriage as a wife, but I am a marriage and family therapist too. So we do have that perspective as well. I'm like, well, don't try to, no. But we're also doing this for us too on Sunday, because it's very great to take the opportunity to have these discussions, talk about different challenges, how do you overcome things, how do you view things, all those types of situations. So whether you're married, single, whatever, doesn't matter. Plan to join us on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Together forever together. We will be having that conversation for our first podcast of 2024 on this Sunday evening. So we thank you so much. And our tag for Purpose Journey Counseling LLC, locked in. Every time we're together, I want to encourage you to be loving, be kind, be compassionate, and be intentional towards others as well as towards yourself, because you need to do those 4 things for you as well. You see how this goes? It's us and them and us and them. Then it's all of us together. So we do thank you so much for tuning in this morning, or whenever you're tuning in. We thank you for tuning into our Wellness Wednesday. Lord willing, we will see you Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our podcast. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and blessings and love.